the fastest.
I've got show and tell, ladies.
Mama's
That's
like, I want to be in the live stream.
Oh, look who's here today. Look who's here, ladies. My love. We're
Not
so
me, the dog.
We're so in love. This is what we do all day. Oh, man.
She wonders why I don't kiss her anymore. He was just cleaning his butt.
He was not cleaning his butt. And look, he's just jealous. He's jealous. Because we're just so in love. I told Patrick last night, I go, I want to divorce. I'm going to marry Momo.
You want to what?
I'm just kidding.
What did you say?
I was like, I'm going to marry Momo.
When did you say this?
Last night at dinner.
I didn't even catch that.
I'm just kidding. I would never do that. You're my first love. My number one. I'm talking to Patrick right now. Alrighty. Yeah, we just love him.
He totally is such a time suck.
Mm-hmm. We were looking at each other just a second ago going, oh my God, imagine how much time we would have if we didn't have him. Because we get up, walk him. Get home,
I mean, that's
walk
good
him.
for her.
It is good for me. It is good for me because I do not, you ladies know me, I do not like walking. If I had a magic carpet, I would just ride it all over the store. I wouldn't even get off of it. You'd come to the door and I'd come over on my magic carpet. I'd be like, hi, ladies.
When I met Genie, I can't remember what came up. Like, something was like, what's your superpower? And I, came up with something. And then Genie was like, my superpower is sleep.
My superpower used
and
to
I
be
was
sleeping.
like, what?
It is
like,
not.
That's going to be your superpower?
Because it is not my superpower anymore. Although last night I got maybe, this was the first morning, I didn't even hear the kids. We told them that they had to make their own lunches.
I woke up.
I didn't even hear them. And then Patrick, me either. Yuck. What's me either? Patrick is yucky. Karen, that's not very nice. He's not yucky.
She's saying a dog licking in the face.
I'm just kidding. I know.
So it's funny. So I was on a mountain bike ride with a buddy, and he was talking about his kids making lunch. And because I was like, we told the kids this year that they had to make their own lunches. And then I think it was like day 2 or day 3, both kids were exhausted because they already had so much homework.
And we felt bad.
So we got up and started making their lunches. And then last week I was like, no, this next week you guys are making their own lunches. So I actually went out and bought some very easy lunch making stuff for them. But I was telling this to a buddy of mine, and he's like, well, my daughter...
They have twins, too.
My daughter made her lunch, and it looked pretty nutritious. But then he goes, then one day I walked downstairs, and my son was just taking 7 pieces of bread.
Like half a load of bread. He's just taking that.
And so I actually asked my son, our kids are friends, and I asked my son, I was like, what do you think of their lunches? Because they're making their own lunches. And he actually commented, he's like, I don't know, sometimes he shows up with 4 dinner rolls or something.
And I was like, well, maybe I would do that. I like bread. If it's good bread, I would eat just bread. I love bread. Oh my God, I love bread and I love pasta. I love all that stuff, those empty carbs. I mean, rice, it's my favorite. Gotta love the rice. Well, look at me. I know that's a stereotype, but I love rice. And I like, what they do in my family? They make me eat half brown, half white. And when I make it, I don't do that. I don't put any of that brown in. We'd be eating all
brown if it were up to us.
When you go to a restaurant. At least you get
fiber and protein.
But when you go to a restaurant and they serve the brown rice, it's all soft. It's brown and soft, but our brown rice is hard.
Well, that's because
and then it's next to the white, which is
that's
soft.
That's because we cook mixed. We should cook it on the brown cycle.
I don't know if that would do. Okay, I would try that. I would eat soft brown rice. I don't like hard brown rice. Oh, he's
my God.
arrogant. Oh, he's so needy. He loves to like nibble on my ear. He just gives me yes.
So, I don't actually think there's a whole lot to talk about today. Beautiful day, although hot, 90 degrees in September. What is going on?
So we have
Kinda smoky.
we have a IQ class this afternoon. It's the IQ designer and design center class that's on
really?
he loves his daddy too. So that's going to be this afternoon from I think it's 1 to 4. Be there, be square. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be the butterfly and you have your stuff ready to scan. I need to cook it longer and add more.
We have a rice cooker. And we cook it on the mixed setting so it doesn't overcook.
We bought this rice cooker and I thought like it's a Zoji Rushi. So, and it was really expensive from Williams-Sonoma. I was like, this is going to make the best rice ever. My regular one with just the push down, that was like a quarter of the cost, made better rice.
That's not true.
Yeah.
We're making like mixed rice all the time.
Yeah, but it's overrated. What was I going to say? So we have that class coming up. Let me just do a little review. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. If you're in the class tomorrow for, if you're doing the sew along, I can't wait. I'm so in love with this quilt. So if you're doing that sew along, I posted videos to the group. So I have some people that I send that are in my email list that I email them about the sew along and I send them all that stuff. But you can, I'm going to start putting it like Michelle does it. She's so fancy. But last night I was like, can I add I asked Patrick, I go, can I add a PDF to a Facebook post? And then he's like, oh, you should be able to. And then I didn't see how you could do it, but I know Michelle had done it. So I looked and I confirmed and I looked at hers and she had done it. So then I finally found it where it said add file. So I put up 2 things. I put up the supply list for tomorrow and I know I had it done on Monday, but I didn't put it on here until last night. So I will try to do that.
We edited videos and posted videes between last night and this morning.
Yeah, I've been...
For like 3 hours.
Yes. I've been working. So it's not like I wanted to forget about it or anything, but I did stitch all weekend, and so I didn't get to it until Monday. So I'll try to do it in a more timely manner. And plus, it's a free sew along. You get what you pay for. It's just like when I can fit it in. So I posted, and all the embroideries we didn't finish in class. I stitched all those out and they're all on there in a video. So if you still haven't got them done, you could embroider today and just watch the videos. So they're all on there. And if you haven't even gotten it to it yet, then you can just go ahead and watch all the videos. So I filmed everything. So I filmed Haunt Witch, empty bobbins. I filmed
broom parking, pinwheels,
and the sewing machine. So that's all. Those videos are all on there, and they're all posted.
They're on both YouTube, and the YouTube video is copied to Facebook.
Yes, so you can watch them on YouTube too.
Well, you're watching YouTube no matter what you do, but
if you're on, we have 1 viewer on YouTube.
That's fine.
So if you want to watch it on YouTube and not do Facebook, you can do that too. I think you could just go to our YouTube page, or you could type in Kimberbell Haunt Witch, and it should pop up the instructions for it.
Sure.
Let's look at the schedule really quickly, and let's let you know about what's coming up. We have a crescendo class tomorrow in the morning, so if you still need to take that class, you can, and I think we covered the other machines that go along with it. Next week is Michelle's doing the 50th anniversary bag, and that's going to be on Monday. Are there any spots left in that?
No.
There are no spots left in that class. There's an Aventura embroidery class next Wednesday morning, and that is going to be from 10 to noon. And in the afternoon, I'm doing the Bills class. So let me grab that really quickly. You can talk about the deal of the day. You can show them that.
I don't know much about the
Just
deal of
pull
the
it
day, other than it's now covered in dog hair. So, this is Genie's deal of the day. A tiling scene. It's actually really pretty. I mean, look at the detail. I need Genie to talk about it because she was more intimately involved. But this is the deal of the day on the website.
I took it home.
What do you have to say
Isn't
about
it
it?
gorgeous? That's what I have to say. Oh my goodness. So I don't know if you saw this, but Lori was stitching it out. I think we did almost all of it here in the store while we were working, just set it up on the 10 needle. It is unbelievable. Look how gorgeous it is. And I pieced it together last night. And, you know, I'm a stickler. I mean, there's maybe a couple of spots where isn't it perfect, but I rip out and I put it back together and I rip out because, you know, especially when there's lettering, you want it to be unbelievably gorgeous. And look at those poinsettias. And it has some of that iridescent thread in there too. So this is going to be on the website.
Was that a thread set too, or were you using?
Yeah, there is a thread set for
or...
it. It's a pre-order. So this is a pre-order, and ladies on the 10 needle.
If it's a pre-order, how did you have it?
Because I'm a dealer. So they send it to us a little bit earlier. And if you've been thinking about signing up for the OESD spree, you should do it. I think it's totally worth it.
Yes, you
it's
can do that on the
$5.99
embroidery
for the year. It's $5.99 for the year. That's going to be one of the designs for October. It's included in the October spree.
This is spree.
Yeah, this is the OESD. It's like the Anita Good All Access program. $5.99 is the digital.
It's funny because
that pays for just that design, and then you get 6 to 8 designs every month, and then you get 5 bonus designs that you can sign up for.
So we spoke to a gal yesterday. I don't know if you heard that part of the conversation, but we spoke to a gal yesterday who came into the store talking about kind of a trade-in deal. I expect to see her sometime today, but she essentially was talking about how her husband thinks sewing and quilting is a black hole. And so of money, like basically like it's a never ending hole into which you pour money. And so I actually mentioned to her, I was like, you know, there's some things that you can do, because I heard Genie at one point go, well, where you kind of run into that is with things like designs and patterns and
thread and Kimberbell, OESD.
So what I said was, later she brought it back up again, and I said, well, so one of the things that you might want to do, and she's new to it, but I was like, one of the things that you might want to do is kind of figure out, like, if there are designers or something like that you're really fond of. Like if you're really fond of OESD, or if you're really fond of Kimberbell, or if you're really fond of Anita Good, then we have these clubs that they have where, you know, it turns out to be a huge savings over buying.
Yeah, it's like $5.99
is like buying like a handful of their designs. So I just think they're great deals if you're doing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and ladies, if you don't mind signing up through us, we get credit for it. So if you did want to sign up for OESD, I have a form, and I can send it to you, and we can get you signed up for it.
We could do it over the phone.
Yeah, we can do it over the phone. If you do it directly through OESD, we're cut out of the deal. So if you don't mind signing up through us, if you're going to sign up, we really appreciate that.
That's kind of the way the world is working right now, and it's something that we're very aware of. Our manufacturers, like companies that have depended upon us for market introductions, training, support of customers, etc., they are flat out collecting all of our customers' data, and they are now trying to convert those to direct customers. They cut us out of the deal. So anything that we can do to keep you involved in the deal is great. It helps our store. It helps us to continue to provide you with support, etc. So,
and I know a lot of you have been using for Kimberbell, for instance. I know
we get notifications about the affiliate links,
and
so it's greatly appreciated.
We really appreciate that, because we know you could just go direct and we wouldn't be involved. So we appreciate that. That helps us. It helps the business. It helps because Kai and Violet are both going to college in a year and a half, so it helps with that too. So thank you, ladies.
Well, but equally as importantly though, like, you guys will find that you continue to get really great support. Like, I, once again, as we were editing these videos and watching these videos, I was looking at the video that we were doing last night. I mean, the fact that you're doing that for free, I mean, it's gonna end up being like 20 hours of your time. And I mean, sometimes you make a mistake and we correct that, and
Yeah.
but that's all valuable information for you ladies too, because she'll talk about it in the video. Well, I did this, or I forgot to do this, or change to a black bobbin here, because it's just gonna look better. All those tricks and tips come at a cost of like 30 hours for her. Like 20 hours of videos, probably 40 hours worth of work. So,
but I love you ladies, and I want
totally appreciate the support, and we'll work for it.
Yeah, I appreciate that you got your kit from us, and so I want you to do it, and I want you to make it, and I want it to be beautiful. And if you're new to this, I want to help you, and the videos allow me to get to more of you all at once. So, but this is gorgeous. So there is a thread kit. And listen, I know a lot of you are buying Isacord thread. We have the Isacord thread now. If you feel like, because there's some colors you might have, I can send you the thread list. If you want to just fill in those numbers, like fill in, if you don't want to buy the whole thread kit, but the thread kit is beautiful.
So have you taken all the colors home?
No, there are 423 colors, and I think I probably have like a quarter of them. That's it. I have a quarter of them. But you got to have the thread kit, because I just know I wouldn't have been able.
The colors are pretty awesome.
I wouldn't have been able to pick the right reds in this to make it look beautiful, or the right greens, because that green stem is like 4 different greens.
I mean, you've done a bunch of different thread kits.
Maybe 3 different greens.
Like, you personally have done a bunch of different thread kits.
I get the thread kits all the time now.
Because it's a great way to get all of those colors too, because you save money and they're bundled.
And I have a little spreadsheet. So I have an Isacord spreadsheet with the number and the color name. And so when there is a color, I put in my spreadsheet to do a find, and if it's not in there, then I get the color.
So we did promise you a tour of the store for our Technique Tuesday last week.
He promised that. We want to show you, because we have so much stuff, but it's so messy right now that I didn't, like, I was like, I gotta clean up. Like, especially those of you that haven't been here before and you don't know us, I don't want you to be like,
that place is scary.
Yeah, we don't want you to be scared. We want you to look beyond
the surface.
Yeah,
we had somebody. We had somebody in yesterday that was like, it was her first time in the store, and we were talking about. Something? Well, no, she goes. I go. You've been here, and yesterday wasn't like crazy busy, but we were.
It does, Kathy.
It was busy enough, but she made a comment. She's like, she commented on the store and commented that was her first time here, and she commented on the very first store that she went to. Which, P.S., by the way, if you're ever at a store and they tell you Patrick's in the back and he's busy and he can't come out, I'm not in the back. I'm here at A1 Vacuum and Sewing. So she was at another store, which is prettier.
She asked for Patrick.
She asked for me and talked about Brother Machines and all that stuff. She's like, I thought it was really funny that you weren't around and there were no Brother Machines there. So
and they said he was in back. In the back. I wasn't there right then.
I was busy or something. So but I talked about the. She commented on the fact that, like, everybody who walked in, we knew your names, and
we try,
and that we knew our customers and we had a relationship with our customers. So, I know it can be scary. Sometimes it's super dirty, but at the same time,
Gail.
I feel like it's just lived in.
I'll email my rep right now. Yeah, it's lived in, and hopefully most of you, I think you come in and you're just kind of used to it now, so it doesn't bother you. But
You can always tell how busy we've been by how
that's
dirty
the thing.
it is.
We're so busy, and so I try and pick up a little bit here and there.
It was
but
super clean. Like, we did that Friday early
It's
morning.
gonna get messy again. Lori's gone for the next week. Or until, yeah, she's gone for the
And
next
then
week.
we're splitting the first week of October with our kids. So I'm going to be gone for 3 business days. And then
Yeah, you know what? If you have a problem with the story, let me see your sewing room. Michelle said she wants to see your sewing room when you're really busy.
remember we did that before. Like, people posted some pictures
Yeah.
of their sewing
And you
rooms.
know who posted pictures of their sewing rooms? The ones who had the sewing rooms that were like immaculate and everything was in place.
And they don't
I
sew.
think
They don't
our
have time to
challenge
sew.
needs to be
Who's got the
I want the
dirtiest sewing
real
room?
I want the real deal. I want to see your sewing room when you are working on like 10 different projects at once. When you're super into it, like let's see what that looks like. And that's what our store looks like. All the time. Cuz we're always in it. We're in the thick of it. Oh my god. Michelle and I yesterday did something so incredible on the scan and cut and the
Ooh,
sewing
yeah.
machine. We're so excited. And so Michelle's got a wonderful friend who we've been talking to about teaching classes, another brother educator. And she's going to, and since we're doing a lot via Zoom, she doesn't have to be here. Does she live up in
Oregon.
Portland?
She lives in Oregon
So we have some exciting stuff that's going to be coming up. And it's like a class I wanted to teach for a couple of years, and I just haven't had the bandwidth. But
I
it's
think
like
you should give him a teaser.
we'll give you a teaser, but not right now. We will give you a teaser. Cora is in Nebraska. Enjoy your time with your daughter. What else? Was there anything else? Michelle's going to come up because we had a couple of things that we wanted to talk about. Let me look at that calendar one more time. Oh, so next week on Wednesday, I'm teaching this class, and I had so many people request it. They've been like, when are you going to teach that again? I haven't taught it since last year. But we are going to do this class, which is using the fills on your machine to do your quilting. So this is different. This is different from the Stitch Delight class that I've been doing because you're creating your own fills. So you do need to have an IQ Designer or Design Center on your machine. If you have that, you can sign up for the class. It does help to have a snap hoop, but you do not have to have a snap hoop. That's going to be next Wednesday. I do have probably 4 or 5 different panels in the store. So if you want to come in and get your panel, come in and get your panel. That is going to be next Wednesday, the 22nd from 1 to 5 p.m. And you are going to learn how to define an area, how to use your magnification, how to use your erase feature, your paintbrush, your fills, how to modify your fills, and then we are going to do some stitching. There is a Solaris Luminaire, what class is this? Sewing class next Thursday morning. And then, of course, we're going to do Hometown Halloween on that Thursday. And there is an aerial embroidery class on the 24th. Michelle is doing the Boo tabletop. That's a maybe. We have to have a couple more people sign up. But that's that Janine Babbage Boo. Michelle, do you mind grabbing that?
Nope.
And on Saturday is going to be the Exploding 9-Patch class with Michelle Burrett. She came in and showed me. She's like, because I didn't really get it. She's like, this is what you do. And then she did it. And I was like, oh, because I've never done an Exploding 9-Patch. And it was really, really cool. So that's going to be on the 25th. And you should have time to complete that project in class.
So Audrey says, you don't know messy until you move across country and there's no time or energy to unpack.
Are you and Lee just like sitting there like, duh?
When we moved July 4th, 2018,
Love this.
like it was our first year
you.
without Peter in the store. So like we were solo. We had thank God.
So I can
But
do
like
that.
we would work all day and then go home and unpack until 11. And then every night we'd sit on our porch and like,
We were just
and I developed a
talk.
drinking problem.
He decided he really liked
I liked it. Like,
anything.
so literally one of the movers, I was like looking and he could tell I was just like, what are we going to do? Because we moved from a 2,700 square foot house into 30.
Remember when you move into a bigger house and you have all that room?
And then they moved everything in, and it was like still too much stuff. Like they were like, you guys were packed to the gills in the other house.
He said we had a lot of
And
stuff.
so I think I was looking like, what the heck am I gonna do? And one of the movers walked by and he goes, don't worry, man, beer will get you through it. And it did.
And it did.
I literally like get home and be like, shh. But a guy who doesn't really drink much at all, like, ended up like, it was like 3-4 beers a day. It was like, shh. Shh.
Yep.
Shh. And then like I'd be driving home like, I can't wait to have that beer.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, and then you're like making all the things, the beer sounds, and then you were like, and then I'd be driving home like you were drinking and driving,
No.
which he doesn't do, and now we have the kids.
Yeah, built-in designated
We went
drivers.
over to a friend. Patrick went over to a friend's. What was that? Like 2 Fridays ago, and then one of the kids drove him home. I was like, "Were you drinking?" Because he starts to. Well, number one, he gets even louder than he normally is, and then number two, he's like.
That was a weird night. I had 3 beers and I was like totally depleted or something. I was like, yeah.
So this class is next Friday, and look how gorgeous this is. It is so stinking cute. That was just done on black fabric, and the spider web was stitched on. Michelle stitched that with glow in the dark thread, and then I think the purple and the green. That is from the Kimberbell new Halloween line.
So one of those panels. Are you talking about the Peace on Earth panel, Carolyn?
No, I think she's talking about the flower panel.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to call Carolyn, and then I can figure out which one that
Peace
you
on
want.
Earth panel, the flower panel here.
No, this one for that class.
Okay.
So, just a fun project. I know some of you know how to do this, so just sign up for entertainment. And then some of you, if you're a new embroiderer, this would be a great project for
It is a good newbie project.
Yeah, something that you can get through and learn some applique. And there's dimensional bats on there. Look how cute those are. So that is going to be next Friday, the 24th. Get signed up for that class.
Plus, if I can find it, I'm going to play spooky music before because it's Halloween.
Did you hear that?
If I can
Michelle's
if I can find my CD.
Maybe you'll be doing the mash. The monster mash. Right? What's the next line? It was a splash.
A smash.
What did I say?
Monster mash.
What did I say last night? And you were like, I was like, oh, hit it. Go for the fences or something. Or no, the bleachers.
She goes, what's that thing when you playing baseball and you swing a bat at the bleachers? And I was like, swing for the fences? This is the game we play.
Colloquialisms? Is that what they're called?
Colloquialisms, yes.
Yeah, colloquialisms. I am so bad with those.
She wants a purple aqua one. Do you have it in purple aqua?
I don't think we do, but let me look.
There's one that's like purple and the light kind of pastel one. I'll show it to you, Miss Carolyn. Yeah, what was on this that I used to have, I might not have anymore, just because there's been so many changes with that. Okay, the week after...
We play that game in our house all the time, by the way, which is, guess what Genie's...
Yeah, we do. The whole family plays. On the 29th, I'm doing serger pillow and serger binding. So if you have a 4-thread serger...
There's this and then
Yeah,
this.
would you be okay with this one, Carolyn? This is as close as I'm going to get because...
It's almost 10. I'm going to go
Yeah.
unlock the doors. Bye, ladies.
There's
Have a fantastic
some aqua
day.
in this, and there's some
And Doug.
light purple. Would that work for you? I don't have the one that I showed you. That's the Aurora, and I don't have that. I might have it because I ordered it. I just don't know if it's going to get here on time.
Which one is that one?
The Aurora. The one that I showed. Are you talking about that one? And so that's going to be next Wednesday. And then on the 30th, do you want to have a seat, Michelle? Do you have your little
I have
list?
to get my notes.
On the 30th, we're going to have a Solaris and Luminaire embroidery class. So I know a lot of people have they've gotten their Solaris and Luminaire recently, or if you've gotten your machine and you just haven't had time to take the class, hopefully you can fit us in. We're trying to get you guys taken care of. If you have purchased a new machine, or even if you have purchased a machine and it was a year ago and you never did your Get to Know You classes, call us because we can get you signed up for that. We have classes that are scheduled in there. We'll kind of fit you in. So don't feel like you got it 6 months ago and you can't take your class. That's perfect. You got to know your machine a little bit. Now you're ready to go a little bit further, maybe learn a little bit more. Call us so we can get you in to take those Get to Know You classes. Michelle's got a couple announcements.
I do. So I have 2 kits left from the sewing Dumbo class.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Here's the thing: you don't have to have taken the class. It's a purchase pattern. It's the quick and fun zipper pouch from Sewn Ideas, but the kit has all the hardware in it, all the zippers in it, the heat transfer vinyl of Dumbo, and specialty fabric. That's a custom print fabric. So you have enough in there to make one pouch.
Oh no, Patrick, he can't do that. Hi, Bonnie. Hi.
So I have 2 kits left for those. They're here in the store. They're $30 each. Okay. So the Walt Disney World commemorative in the hoop zipper bag, session 2. Your kits are.
Karen wants one. So okay, we'll pull one aside for you, Karen.
Okay. The Walt Disney World commemorative bags for the 50th anniversary, session 2. Your kits are in the store. There are still 2 kits from the September 20th session that need to be picked up, and so that you have it before we start class on Monday. Software 101. I have 4 spots left for the fall session. So since there's not so much of a demand for it right now, after this fall session concludes, I won't be offering it again till next fall. It gives me some time to work on some other software projects that I have in mind. So if you
That'll be awesome. So maybe some 201 stuff.
Maybe some 201 stuff. So if you want to take Software 101, there's still 4 spots left for the fall session. If you don't take it this year, you can get it again, but not until fall of 2022. So, and that's, I think, all I have.
Yeah, I was like, Michelle, where's your show and tell? Because I look forward to our show and tell.
I have a bunch of snack bags I brought in.
You want to show me your snack bags?
Yeah, I did. So this was something that I kind of talked about last week.
So we're going to show you some of our snack bags, and
so
I think that was it for me.
Last week I talked a little bit about having. Last year, what I loved about Christmas was having 3 different classes that were like really quick and fun and easy, and they could have gifts to give. So I did snack bags, and you don't have to do them as snack bags. You can just do them as little bags. These are all scrap busters. These are all leftover pieces of fabric, leftover pieces of zipper tape,
so
leftover
how long,
vinyl.
let's say you cut up all your stuff. How long to sew these together?
To sew one of the little bags together, start to finish, takes about an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I usually cut and prep.
Look how cute.
But so these are all leftovers.
Oh my God!
I
Look
know.
at this one for
Isn't
your
that fun?
Star Wars lover. It's Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's Mandalorian too on there. That one.
Mandalorian for you. Yeah, I don't know that. Oh, is Mandalorian a character?
Yeah.
I thought Mandalorian was just the name of the show.
No, he's the character.
What do I know?
So what's unique about this one is I actually used some leftover knit fabric from a t-shirt that I made. So I think that I like to kind of expand their repertoire. Stabilizer
Look at the
allows
pull.
you. Yep.
Look at that pull. And what's really great about this
Look at
is
this
Michelle used ProCare. So we carry that
Yes.
here in the store. ProCare is that product that's food safe. It's watertight. It can go through hundreds of washes. It's going to do fantastic. So,
and I am proud to say, Genie gave me one of her little sandwich wraps. So now, after I made myself a couple of snack bags, these aren't insulated, but I made myself a couple of insulated ones. My lunch yesterday was entirely washable.
Yeah.
Every bag in my lunch was washable. So
Yeah, ladies, think about that. Like, I think
Yeah,
about the
Grogu.
hundreds
Yep.
of snack bags or the sandwich wraps that the ones that we've reused where I didn't have to use a plastic bag.
So my husband made the comment once that it's like, because I pack my lunch, and I've packed my lunch every day since I started here, and it's like we go through snack bags like toilet paper. And I said, okay, no more snack bags. I'll make my own
No
snack
more
bag.
plastic
No more
bags?
plastic bags.
And
So-
I don't know, like, I think people just use them and they don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But I think about every single thing
I do.
throw in the landfill, and it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, and these are so easy to clean. You pull the lining out. If it's not like strawberries that got mashed, you just wipe it down and put it back in the bag and use it the next day. If something got squashed in there and it made kind of a mess, you throw them in the washing machine and let them air dry.
So with that, the phones are ringing. Momo, come. Momo, come. We're going to get going. Have a great day. Make something incredible, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right, bye, ladies.
Momo, come. Are you okay with him saying hi? Can you hit end? End the... Oh, hang on 1 second, Bonnie. And just end that, and then click to this screen and end that too. Good boy. All right, let me get this seat out of here. What's going on, Miss Bonnie? Did you want me to put that